to nightclub. Now, if you caught up with us last week, you would have seen DJ Bravo trying to convince Brendan McCullum to do the champion dance. He was very stoic, didn't really do it. But he's opened up a little more this week because we got talking with the new man in the team about his experience of playing with the Trinbago Knight Riders for the very first time. Let's hear what Baz had to say.
Playing cricket in the Caribbean is it's got an element of romance about it. You know, it's sort of such an amazing place which is steeped in history of when the West Indies team dominated for decades, and it's going to be good fun playing in these different grounds and just getting to experience those different cultures as well, which each ground serves up. This is a pretty star-studded lineup, as a lot of the other ones are as well. But I think my relationship with DJ Bravo is pretty awesome. He said to me, "You got to come along and experience playing for Trinbago Knight Riders. It's just such a family-type atmosphere where we try and have a good time and try and just allow everyone the freedom to just go out there and play with the skills that they've got and express themselves on the field." And when you look around our group and you see some of the names that we've got, you see the talent which is flooded throughout the environment. And yeah, we're pretty lucky. And again, every team is good, but we're pretty happy with the team that we've got for sure.
Play, fight, win.
It's also a bit of a fresh start as well with the Knight Riders coming in, and I guess a bit of a rebranding of the franchise as well. And everyone from Bengal will be supporting this team, the Trinbago Knight Riders, and that's pretty cool. Your fan base from there rolls straight over into your fan base here, so it's going to be exciting. As an international cricketer, you want to be playing in front of crowds which are passionate. You want to be playing against the best in the world, and playing here in Trinidad is going to be amazing, and playing in front of that crowd is going to be amazing as well. So, as Bravo discussed as well, he said that it's like our 12th, 13th and 14th man on the field, and I'm looking forward to experiencing that too.
Head down a little bit, just to your left shoulder.
I mentioned before, playing in the Caribbean leagues gives the superstars of the present generation an opportunity to catch up with the living legends of the past, especially since the West Indies have such a rich legacy. So in Barbados, they met Sir Garfield Sobers, who was the original Mr. 6 sixes in a rover, and his highest test score of 365 unbeaten was a record that was held for 36 years until fellow West Indian Brian Lara came along. On the occasion of his 80th birthday, he joined Team Knight Riders in wishing him a happy birthday.
He was one of the finest batsmen of all time. He could lead the attack with high-quality fast-medium bowling, or he could win a match with finger spin or wrist spin. He was a dazzling fielder in any position. The ultimate all-round player, Garfield Sobers, is one of the legends of cricket. Sobers played his first Test match in 1954 at 17 years of age. In his initial 22 completed innings, he made double figures 18 times without ever reaching 70. It took Sobers 4 years to post his first century, but it was worth the wait. Against Pakistan in Kingston in early 1958, he played one of cricket's most famous innings, a world record 365 not out. Between 1958 and 1960, Gary Sobers made 9 Test match centuries and averaged more than 90. In a sequence of 10 innings against India and Pakistan, he made 6 centuries. In 1963, Gary Sobers became only the second man after Keith Miller to make 300 runs and take 20 wickets in a Test series. He would repeat the effort 3 years later, again in England, and he remains the only player to have achieved that double twice.
Right distance, he's hit that out of the ground. Ooh, he's got the shorter one. It's up again. 4 sixes in 4 balls.
Swansea, Wales, 1968. Gary Sobers faces Glamorgan spinner Malcolm Nash.
Oh, this is incredible. Now, this is 6 on the trot, it's a world record. And he's done it! He's done it! And my goodness, it's gone way down to Swansea.
Gary Sobers may not be considered by many to have been the greatest captain of all time, but I can tell you that in my experience, every single thing he did in the best interest of the game. He was always trying to win. He always tried to score his runs fast. He always tried to get wickets when he was bowling. He never thought about averages in any aspect of his game.
He made 722 runs, including 3 centuries, and averaged over 103. He also took 20 wickets, held 11 catches, and won all 5 tosses.
Oh, best ever. Best thing in 2 legs. I think he's the best thing since sliced bread. And this guy is just tremendous. I mean, you were in awe of him.
He was a genius. He could do everything. He could bat, he could bowl, he could field, and even when bowling, he could bowl spin, he could bowl quick, he could bowl swing, he could bowl back of the hand, Chinaman stuff. He was the complete cricketer.
He bowls quick, he bowls spin, and back of the arm stuff, orthodox left arm stuff. Yes, Gary Sobers was probably one in a million.
What fun it was to go to Barbados to meet the legendary Sir Garfield Sobers, but also to enjoy the atmosphere. Some of the home fans found out in the game because it's always a carnival for players and fans alike.
Follow me then, Every ball, every man, every pitch, every fan, every deal, every wicket, every storm. And the heart and soul and passion, and the culture, Caribbean blood.